Everyone knows the tragic story of the Titanic, its grandeur, the iceberg, and its fateful sinking. But did you know there are some hidden facts about this legendary ship that most people don't know? Let's dive deep into the untold story of the Titanic. Most people assume the Titanic was always meant to sail on its maiden voyage, but just days before it set sail, there were serious concerns. Icebergs had been reported in the Atlantic, and some experts believed the ship shouldn't go. But in the end, the Titanic left Southampton determined to prove its unsinkability. Several ships had sent warnings to Titanic about icebergs in the area, but these messages weren't properly relayed or were outright ignored. The ship's captain, Edward Smith, continued at full speed despite the danger. In fact, it was the same speed that contributed to the Titanic's collision with the iceberg. Although the Titanic is often remembered as the largest ship ever built, it wasn't. That title actually went to Titanic's sister ship, the RMS Olympic, which was just slightly larger and had more lifeboats. However, the Titanic was considered a marvel of luxury and engineering. Sadly, there weren't enough lifeboats for all the passengers on board. Why? Because outdated maritime laws at the time only required lifeboats for a fraction of the passengers. Even though Titanic had enough lifeboats for about half the people on board, it was considered safe enough under existing regulations. While most of us think of Titanic's first-class dining rooms, there's a lesser-known fact. The Titanic had a hidden, ultra-exclusive dining room called the à la carte dining room. This was reserved only for the wealthiest passengers, keeping it off-limits to even the regular first-class guests. As the ship was sinking, the Titanic's band continued to play, trying to calm the panicking passengers. The hymn they played, "Nearer, My God, to Thee," became one of the most iconic moments of the disaster, with survivors recalling how the band kept playing as the ship sank into the icy waters. Did you know the Titanic's propellers were huge? Each one was over 23 feet in diameter, a remarkable feat of engineering at the time. But these massive propellers couldn't save the ship when disaster struck. The Titanic's design, though ahead of its time, was ultimately no match for the iceberg it collided with. These are just a few of the lesser-known facts about the Titanic that continue to fascinate us today. Despite its tragic end, the Titanic's legacy lives on, an enduring symbol of human ambition and the fragility of life.